Today's my birthday, February 17th, and I have a birthday wish. As most of you know, I have guides, spirit guides, and today they said it would be a good day for me to make a wish. And I thought about it quite a bit today, what that wish might look like. And then I realized the perfect wish, the perfect wish for me. And so what I did was I spoke to my mother who has passed on, my stepfather who has passed on, and my biological father. And I told them my wish. I directed my wish towards them. And what I asked for was for them to get their shit together, to deal with their shit. Whatever shit they might have left over from while they were here, doesn't matter. Whatever shit they're going through, they need to deal with their shit. And the reason I wish for that was so that once their shit's, sorted and dealt with, they can put it to good use by pouring energy into myself, my siblings, my nieces and my nephew, my grown children, my grandbabies. We need that energy right now. There's no more time for them to be fucking around. They did plenty of that while they were here on Earth. And I know my language is kind of strong on this, but it is what it is. Deal with it or don't listen to the podcast. This is big stuff, So, when I was born, I came into this world on a day, much like today. And I had a purpose. And then I went through life and I got atypical parents. I became an atypical person. But not by accident, I believe by design. And this isn't about being angry at my folks for what they did or didn't do. This is about them getting their shit together and start raining down some of that good stuff onto us, because we need it. And we need it now. And I don't really know exactly what they're going through, but knowing my parents, they may be caught up in a bit of a drama loop while they're passing over, or maybe they're doing their life review and they're stuck. I don't know. I mean, not intimately. I could know, but I refuse to put that kind of energy into it. I got a lot of creating I'm trying to do here. And so whatever that shit is, they need to deal with it. And then they can rain down that beautiful energy to us. And then we can radiate that beautiful energy out into the world. And this is what's going to save us. This is in essence also about reaching us, what some would call Christ consciousness, what people would call enlightenment. There's so many words for it, but you know what I'm talking about. It's about really waking up and really taking responsibility, even imperfectly taking our responsibility. It's about stepping outside of the fear and doing things that we know in our heart we long to do. That is so satisfying. Your cup will be so full, it'll be spilling out all over. And this world will transform. And you won't believe how easy it is. And so if you can just stop and pivot, stop at whatever place you're at and pivot and reach for something a little bit better. Or get angry and let that serve to help you to pivot, to then change direction. There's a lot of people out there who love everybody. And they're, got YouTube channels and they're just putting it out there. There's people like Wages World where the guy works full time. He's got a family with needs and he loves them. His wife is his best friend. He's totally dedicated to his family. So in order for him to give his message to us, he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning and he does his YouTubing. And then he goes to work. Like, this is a tremendous sacrifice. And there are thousands of us, maybe millions of us, if you want to take all the different cultures, countries, whatever, and take a look at what's being put out there for everybody else. So there's no reason to be ignorant. There's no reason to be fearful. You know, we're here. And we may not be doing it perfectly, but we've got our hand out. We're doing it one step at a time. Making mistakes, learning, adjusting, and going on. And there's something amazing happening on this planet. And people who were unknown, just frustrated with the system, people like Adam from Marfugel turned it around and started making the sacrifices to get it out there so that other people can hear their messages. Now, I'm not saying that either one of these YouTubers is your cup of tea. What I'm saying is, open your eyes, be willing to see, be willing to grow a pair so that you can handle the discomfort of waking up and adjusting. And also the courage and the faith. The faith keeps driving you, and the courage pushes you from behind. So it's a kind of a push you and pull you system, and you can just get caught into it like a river and go with it. And universal consciousness will basically make everything happen the way it should. It's incredible, incredible process, and many people are doing this. And the only thing I think that a lot of us have in common is that we've had tremendous amounts of trauma in our lives, and it seems to have prepared us and opened us up for the gifts of the Spirit. So I'm not trying to get too spiritual or religious or anything like that here. You can all get there from where you're at. That's the beauty of this system. There's no wrong way of doing it. But everybody, please stop. Just stop wherever you're at and pivot and reach for something that you want, something you want to do, something you want to say. Take a risk. And if we're all doing this, the shift will happen so fast. The 99% of the work is just preparing your heart to receive the gift. And please, I know I keep coming on here and telling you about my Organite and telling you about the quantum health transformation. And to some of you, you're tuning it out because it sounds like a sales pitch. The quantum health transformation program is free. It's something you can do without paying me anything. And I have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours, maybe thousands of hours, producing that information for you, because that's my gift to the world. And I also sell Organite, and I have no shame in admitting that and letting you all know about it, because again, I'm contributing in a positive way to the world. How did I get this way? The same way my brothers and sisters all got this way. We stop, we pivot, we assess, and we make some adjustments. And then we go on, and then we stop, and we pivot, and we do it again. And we make mistakes, but we keep trying. We never give up. The thing is to wake up, because as long as we are enmeshed in the socio-political, economic construct, we're asleep. We're in the matrix, and we don't even know we're in the matrix. But you need to develop a bit of healthy curiosity and start straying slightly just even within the edges of your comfort zone to begin with, and check out some YouTube information, and don't be afraid to go down some rabbit holes. We've all done it. And then after a while you start to get a sense, and your body starts to work with you more on what's going on and what we're attracted to, what we're not, and what's good for us. So getting back to my birthday wish, That is my sincere birthday wish. That's what I want. I want my kinfolk to get their shit together. Whatever it is. Come on. You can get there in this 3D reality. Whatever one they're in should be easier, faster, because they're not as limited by time and space. And so that's what I really want. I really want them to know that's what I want from them as my ancestors. That's what I want. And that's another thing. We got to start telling our guides and our ancestors and our angels what we want. We need to create in the 3D. We need to pull them into our energy realm by anchoring them in, by creating images of what we think they look like, how they communicate, whatever. You need to pull that in, and once they're in, the channel's open and away you go. You're cooking with gas. I'm not kidding. So we can align ourselves with the most beautiful energies. We can ask our ancestors for what we want. But people have forgotten how to communicate with the other realms. They've forgotten. Well, there's people like me and a whole lot of other people, all different ways of telling you how we do it. And now it's time for you to do your own. So anyway, it's all up to you what you want. And I know a lot of us are addicted to the chemicals our bodies produce when we're in states of angst, and the only way out is through it, just like alcoholism, just like drug addiction, just like sex addiction. It doesn't matter. It's all the same process. Are you willing to do that? And if you're not, then fine, step aside and make room for those of us who will. And let's get her done. And I really hope you visit my website. I really hope you take advantage of hours and hours and months and years of work. There was a long period of time where I couldn't do the kind of work I'm doing now. I had to wait until I healed sufficiently to be able to have basically all my faculties back, to be able to function better. Healing is there for everybody too. It's all there. It's just you have to make a choice. And in the beginning, it's really scary, and we all know that. But how bad do we want it? How bad? Look at the things we're willing to do in this world to ourselves, to each other, just to try to fit in or to have a little bit more of this or that. Oh, you're going to love really reaching your spiritual potential. I can't tell you. You're going to just love it. So anyway, that's my birthday wish, and I'm looking forward to the benefits from my ancestors raining down on me what I need, and the rest of my kinfolk that are still corporeal on this planet. And I hope they all have healing and find love and everything they need to be fully successful and fully actualized, so that we can really, really start creating some groovy shit on this planet right now, amidst it all, bringing in, anchoring in something new. And I welcome you to join me.